Hello and welcome to the Korean Beauty Show podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Lee, lawyer turned entrepreneur and founder of Korean skincare brand Jellyco. If you want to keep up to date with all the latest Korean beauty trends and perfect your own routine in the process, then you're in the right place. On this show, I translate all the latest industry news to let you know what's going on in the industry in Korea and globally. On today's episode, we are rounding up the most popular Korean beauty products of 2024, from the biggest trends to the ingredients, skincare products, and more. So just a little heads up, I'm not going to have time to cover all of the makeup trends in today's episode, so I'm going to do a dedicated Korean makeup special on next week's episode. So if that's what you were hoping to hear on this week, stick around until next week and we'll do all of that, because as you will see when we get started, we have an awful lot to get through just with that amount of stuff alone. So I will also let you know that what I have done in my research for this episode is basically go around and check all of the top trending Korean ranking sites, the news headlines and things like that, to get a bit of a broader picture of what's going on. There are going to be some differences, I dare say, in what you have noticed trending if you are outside of Korea and what is trending domestically in Korea. So just keep that in mind. If some of these things you're like, I've never even thought about that or seen that, it may just be that it was one of the things that was trending domestically in Korea. So let us dive in and take a look at the biggest trends this year. And there were 6 of them according to Glowpic. The number 1 was Spicule Skincare. So these were the skincare products, some of which were making claims about being micro-needling in a bottle. And I'm pretty sure that everyone has likely seen them if you have been following along with anything Korean beauty related in 2024. These have been everywhere. We did an episode a little while back covering the crackdown that the MFDS actually did about some of the problematic claims that were being made about some of these products, but there is no doubt that this was an absolutely massive trend this year. Now, the second one was clean beauty, and clean beauty is just going from strength to strength within Korea. This trend is not new at all, but it is one of those ones that is just gaining more attention, more notoriety, and the more brands are trying to sort of tap into. So if you are shopping for Korean beauty products in Korea itself, you will definitely have noticed that clean beauty is a target keyword for a lot of brands, and that there are these clean beauty sections of many stores as well. Number 3 on the list was toner pad products. Again, another category of product that has been really popular domestically in Korea, but I feel like this year we really got to see this trend go global. And there were so many different variations of product that hit the market with lots of different types of ingredients and materials being used. So this is undoubtedly one of the biggest trends of the year. Number 4 was hydrating essences, and number 5 was anti-aging essences. So let us break those down in a little bit more detail later on in the show. Number 6 was pore creams. So this category of product that is designed to improve the look and appearance of your pores. So we're going to go through all of these. We're going to take a look at some of the individual products and brands and even lines of skincare that were the most trending. But before we do that, let us take a little bit of a helicopter view at the biggest ingredient trends this year as well. Starting off with retinol, which is really having its moment in Korean beauty. It wasn't historically anywhere near as popular in Korea as it was overseas, where it has long been regarded as the gold standard in anti-aging, certainly. And that's for a whole host of different reasons. Koreans haven't traditionally liked to use ingredients that have a lot of side effects, and the side effects of using retinol and vitamin A products in your skincare routine are fairly well known at this point. Everything from redness to dry dryness, irritation, and flakes. But Korean Beauty has managed to put out a lot of different products to market that take away a lot of these concerns for users. So that was one of the biggest trends this year. The other one was Glutathione. And this is, again, one of these trends that just seemingly was everywhere in everything from 먹는 화장품, which is the edible skincare, and supplements, all the way through to skincare products themselves. There are even intravenous drips that you can do as well with glutathione as the main component. This is an antioxidant that occurs naturally in the skin, and it functions to help defend our skin basically against visible signs of environmental damage. When taken intravenously in higher doses, it has also been proven to have positive effects on melasma and, pigmentation and those kind of issues, which is why you'll often see it being bandied around with brightening skincare claims as well. Number 3 on the list of popular ingredient trends this year was PDRN, which stands for polydeoxyribonucleotide. And this is basically a proprietary and registered drug, actually, that has lots of different activities, tissue repairing, anti-inflammatory, but these are all obviously therapeutic uses that are used in regenerative medicine. So when it comes to the products in the ingredients in our skincare products, obviously we are not going to be seeing any of those kind of benefits. Certainly not with topical skincare. If you are having the ingredient injected into your skin, as has also become really popular, that's a little bit of a different story. But this is the one that you might have seen being called salmon DNA or salmon sperm. It has become a really, really big ingredient trend in topical skincare products, but also I think we have really seen the explosion this year of skin boosters, certainly in Korea, but also abroad. I'm noticing more and more skin clinics and dermatologist offices and things like that offering these kind of things to their patients after they've done microneedling treatments and all of these kind of in-clinic procedures. And certainly the effects that you can have on your skin from those kind of injectables is entirely different from the topical skincare products. Number 4 on the list was peptides. And I think that there is no doubt that we have seen more and more products come to market featuring a whole range of different peptides. There are hundreds of different peptides. They are the building blocks of proteins. And at a broad level, they can penetrate the skin to moisturize it and help smooth the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, which is why we love them. So they were some of the key ingredient trends that we saw. Now, some of the most popular lines of products in Korea, number 1 was Estura's Atto Barrier 365 line. And I know that a lot of people globally love this line as well. So Estura is another brand from Amore Pacific, which is of course one of the largest beauty conglomerates in the world, but certainly in Korea, they have so many different brands in their stable, and this is one of them. Another couple of lines of skincare products that were really trending domestically in Korea this year were from the brand Manyo Factory. They actually had 2. Pantatoin was the first one, which is their unique formulation of panthenol and ectoin. And then their second line that is very popular domestically is the Bifida Biome line. And again, this is like a collection of products in the same line. So these ones were very, very popular. Potentially the Manyo one less so overseas. I know a lot of people tried their cleansing oil this year. I'm not sure if the Bifida Biome line and the Pantatoin lines are as popular overseas. Certainly they were not as popular when we were stocking them at Style Story. But, in terms of like what was actually trending in Korea, very, very popular brand as well. So now let's go and take a look at individual categories of product and which ones were the trending ones in Korea. So big category that is always very, very popular in Korea is of course cleansing oils, and manufacturers' products are always extremely popular in this category. So cleansing oils, there are so many different ones out there on the market. One of the ones that was getting a lot of attention globally in, on social media, I noticed was the newer one, the Heartleaf one. But cleansing oils definitely maintain their status as a very, very popular type of product. Now, the next type of product that was very popular was essences in Korea. And I already mentioned that hydrating and anti-aging essences were some of the top trends. So in terms of products that were popular in Korea itself, the two big ones were Hanyul's Red Rice Essential Skin Softener and the Who's Bichop Self-Generating Anti-Aging Essence. So these products, both of them, have been very, very popular in Korea for a long time. They don't get as much airtime overseas. Hanyul as a brand is extremely popular domestically in Korea, but I'm not sure that it's ever reached the same kind of heights globally. And that's probably just a feature of where they're doing the most of their marketing. But domestically in Korea, Hanyul is an extremely popular brand. Now, before I get into the serums and ampoules that were trending in Korea, I would just like to remind you guys that if you love Korean beauty products, we would absolutely love for you to try our brand. And Jellyco is available online at jellyco.com. That's our global website. We are also available on Amazon in both Australia and the US. In America, we are also available on ecosmetics.com and at CO Bigelow, and they have an online website and they also have an offline store in New York City. We are also available offline in Australia through Jardin Pharmacy. So we would absolutely love for you to try our products if you haven't already. And we also have sample sizes available for some of our most popular products so that you can try them before you commit to buying the full size. And we have refills now available for 3 of our products as well, for our toner and 2 of our serums. So lots of different ways that you can try our products, and we would absolutely love for you to try them as well. Now, let us take a look at the top trending serums and ampoules in Korea. Now, I mentioned already how popular Manufactory is, and again, another one of their products was on the list of the top serums. It was their Manyo Bifida Biome Complex Ampoule. This line has received so much love for years now, and I think it just taps into a lot of the things that Koreans are really wanting to achieve with their skincare, particularly around maintaining the skin's microbiome and balance. The next one was another very beloved line, and that was Estura's Atto Barrier 365 Hydro Sarah HA Deep Hydration Ampoule, which is an absolute mouthful. But this is again from their very, very popular Atto Barrier 365 line. So a really nice line to use if you do suffer from skin sensitivities and irritation. It's a very popular line for that kind of thing. The third one on the list surprised me maybe just a little bit, because I'm not sure how well loved it is by global audiences, and that is Innisfree's Retinol Cicatraces Ampoule. Again, this product has been released a few years ago, and I've seen mixed reviews from customers and people online for this one overseas, but this in Korea itself is a very, very popular product. Comes in a little white jar with green writing on the side, so that one this year was one of the favorites. The other one was Dermafirm's Soothing Repair Toning Serum, another product that I think a lot of our listeners maybe won't have heard of, because I think it probably was more trending domestically than globally, but that was the list of products. Now, in terms of toners, a very, very popular category in Korea, Welaju, their Hyaluronic 100 toner. So Welaju Manju is written as well age in English. So if you see that, that's the same one. And their ampoule is actually extremely popular as well in Korea, not just the toner, the ampoule as well. And it's actually recommended by a lot of Korean dermatologists. I personally don't love the product. I didn't find it anywhere near enough hydration for my skin personally, but I think that if you have maybe an oilier or combination skin type, it might be a better fit. For me, it just felt like putting water on my face, and it didn't even get close to the amount of hydration that I need. But I do have very, very sensitive skin. I have rosacea. I have a whole lot of stuff that my skin really just needs to be pumped full of hydration. So for me personally, not enough, but the toner version of that was one of the best sellers in Korea this year. Another one that I know is also popular globally is Tony Moly's Wonder Ceramide Mochi Toner. So that one is a nice cheap and cheerful product in the hydrating toner style category. So if you haven't already tried that already, that probably will be quite easy to get your hands on overseas as well. And the last one in the popular list domestically was Manyo's Pantone Essence Toner. So again, that same line that we were talking about that has been really trending for them, which is their proprietary combination of panthenol and ectone, which are two ingredients that I personally love and that we have been formulating with at Jellico. Ectone we just introduced this year into our sleeping mask actually, but panthenol is in a lot of our products. So a wonderful combination there from Manufactory. Now, toner pads, honestly, I feel like we would be here all day if we were going to run through all of the different toner pad products that were trending and popular. So many different ones overseas. But the one that I found mentioned on Glowpic as the #1 product of the year was actually Skin Food's Potato Madecassicide Soothing Pad. So I know that Skin Food has had a range of different pad style products that have performed really well domestically in Korea, which is great for them. But this one was apparently the big one. So one to put on your list to try if you haven't tried it already and you enjoy this style of product. Now, for lotions, lotion is a little bit of a funny category, I feel. I think outside of Asia, I'm not sure how many people incorporate lotion into their skincare routine. Traditionally, historically, lotion has been more one of these like more watery style moisturizers, I would say, but it is a very, very popular category and continues to, be popular in Korea as like an additional hydrating layer. Korean beauty is all about lots of little layers of hydration and soothing the skin and locking everything in, and lotion fits perfectly into that. So the product that was receiving all the attention this year was On Gradient's Skin Barrier Calming Lotion, the one that comes in like a pale yellow bottle. That one was the one that I just could not stop seeing everywhere. The other ones that were popular was the Astura Atto Barrier 365 lotion. Again, I feel like this is coming up in a lot of different categories, which just goes to show you how popular this line actually is. Now, the other one was an old favorite brand of mine, Cynic. They're the Simple Daily Lotion. They were a massive hit back in the day. They had this honey all-in-one ampoule that was literally beloved by pretty much everyone in the Asian beauty community back in the day, and then they discontinued it. And, they had a whole line. It was like the best product ever. I'm actually still sad about it. If I even think about it, I'm like, that product was just a massive win. It was in this huge jar. It was such a good product. I always have a soft spot for Cynic ever since then. So their Simple Daily Lotion was another really popular one. Now, I'm going to go through the creams that were the most trending, the moisturizers in Korea. But before we do that, just a reminder that you can support the show by following us on social media. We are now on TikTok, we are on YouTube, and we are also on Instagram. And we're actually posting a lot of different contents on those channels, including product reviews and things like that aren't actually on the main show. So follow along if you are wanting to see anything like that. We would love to have you there. And there are also links to the various different channels in our show notes. So go and check those out. The show notes are something that I go away and write and publish on the website, on Style Stories. Style Story is still hosting the Korean Beauty Show, so you'll find them on the stylestory.com.au website, or you can find them at thekoreanbeautyshow.com. And basically I include links to all of the products that we talk about, as well as lots of other different stuff. So go and check out the show notes if you were not aware that we have them. We definitely do. They take up a lot of my time to write them, so I'm always really grateful when people actually go and check them out. But yeah, if you're looking for any of the products that we discuss on the show, they are all there with links to them, so that you don't need to kind of sit there and write anything down or, put it in your phone or anything. I've done all the hard work for you, so go and check those out. Now, on to the moisturizers that were the most popular in Korea. Number one is and this is not in any particular order, so don't get too stressed about this, Goodle's Green Tangerine Cream. Now, this product, this brand, and this line has just got enduring popularity. Koreans absolutely love the Green Tangerine line. I feel like it gets mixed reviews overseas, and that is probably to do with a couple of different factors, the fragrance being one of them. For me personally, I just cannot go anywhere near this line. Just the combination of different ingredients is just like a massive trigger for my rosacea. So this is not a line that I personally have been able to use, but in Korea itself, so popular. The next one is Solwasu's Concentrated Ginseng Renewing Cream, which is like the newer version of their ginseng cream. This is a beloved line in Korea. It is a beloved brand. It is the kind of brand that you get if you're trying to be a bit bougie, that you get if you are trying to spoil someone and give them like a beautiful gift or a present. But it is, a higher price point, more upmarket, a luxury beauty brand. So that's what you would expect from them. Now, Dr. G actually had two of this year's really popular moisturizers. The first one was the Red Blemish Cream, which is the little one in a white jar, that people overseas have been raving about as well. That has been getting a lot of attention. A really good product for people that have combination skin, acne, that suffer from anything like that. The other one that was really popular was the Royal Black Snail Cream. Now, snail mucin is another ingredient that Korea is synonymous with. People, when they think of Korean beauty, often will think of snail essence, snail cream, all of these kind of things. But funnily enough, Koreans have not really been getting into their snail for quite a few years. And this product is kind of an exception. It is very popular domestically. So snail is back and trending in the headlines in Korea itself for, the first time in, let's say, quite a while. Obviously, CosRx, once they were bought out by Amore Pacific, they started to get a little bit more notoriety and recognition within Korea itself. But until that point, the brand had been pretty much entirely popular overseas, and not as many Koreans even really knew about it. And that is obviously one brand that most people, when they think of Korean beauty, they think of that brand and they think of that line. So it did a kind of a reverse launch, if you will, into Korea, in the sense that they launched in Korea, but then really took off overseas. So that's where they concentrated all of their efforts. Then they were bought out by Amore Pacific and kind of refocused and re-entered on a bigger scale the local Korean market. So that's a little bit of an interesting test study. Now, on the Style Story website, our most popular moisturizer again this year was Bubble Tea Steam Cream. This is Jellicoe's most popular product. Pretty much globally, it's our number one bestseller in the States. It's our number one bestseller in Australia. It's the main product that everybody wants when they think of our brand. So Style Story actually stopped curating other Korean beauty brands. We stopped distributing other Korean beauty brands halfway through the year. So our results and stats and everything are a little bit skewed because of that. because what happened was when we announced that we were not going to be curating any more Korean beauty brands, most people came in and cleaned up the vast majority of our stock, and certainly all of the popular products were gone pretty much immediately. So our results this year are admittedly a little bit skewed, but it was following the trends of past years as well, when that was the most popular moisturizer. So that was moisturizing creams, and you can see a little bit of a range of different products. The green tangerine cream is obviously designed to target dark spots. That's at least how they market it. And the ginseng renewing cream is more of the anti-aging variety. You've got a blemish cream there from Dr. G, and then snail cream as well. So a real range. Now, mist products. This year, the really popular product was actually Jongsenbul's Essential Water Microfitting Mist. And you might be thinking, what happened to D'Alba? So D'Alba was still there, don't stress, but this year it was actually their White Truffle Supreme Intensive Serum Mist, which is a slightly different variety from the product that is normally getting all the headlines. That was like the oil mist category. The third product that was really popular domestically in Korea is a personal favorite of mine, and that is the Estura Atto Barrier 365 Cream Mist. I really gel well with that product. I feel like of all of the milky toner, milky cream, milky essence style products, that is the one that I personally enjoy the most. So I'm glad to see that I was in good company there. Very popular product. Now, the number one sunscreen that everyone in Korea was raving about this year was the Round Lab Birch Sap Sunscreen. That is the one in a little white tube with blue writing on it. That is kind of like the counterpoint to the Beauty of Joseon sunscreen that everyone globally loves. That would be the number one globally, and then the Round Lab one would be the one that everyone in Korea is talking about, and they have a lot of similarities too in use that will surprise no one. So I think if you like one and haven't tried the other, try it out and see what you think. So that was the sunscreens. Obviously, there are so many different types of sunscreens and products that were trending, but that was the number one. So let's just stick with that. Now, for eye creams, 2 products, and I'm not sure how many people will have heard of them. The first one is the AHC Pro Shot Collajuvenation Lift 4-capsule infused eye cream for face, 30 mils. Try saying that 3 times in a row really, really fast. I don't think they could have shoved any more words into that product name. If they tried, good for them. It obviously worked. Very, very popular product. This is just another iteration of their eye cream for face. Basically, if you're scratching your head going, what was all of those words you just said after the brand name? AHC, very famous for their eye cream for face, which is an eye cream formula that can be used all over the face. This is just another iteration of it. So that was really popular this year. The other one that was really popular was Goodall's Green Tangerine Dark Circle Eye Cream. So again, you can see that this line from Goodall, how popular it really is in Korea. It has appeared in multiple categories as well. So they were some trending eye creams. Now, for Spicule Skincare, which I mentioned at the beginning was one of the really big trends this year, I don't think anyone would deny that the most famous of all of the Spicule Skincare products, and certainly the most popular, was VT's Riedel Shot. And they have tried to capitalize on this popularity by introducing a whole lot of different ones. You know, there's different levels, 100, 300, 700. They've now also introduced different colors of product in the line as well. But this product, I think, wins Spicule Skincare for 2024. The product that was mentioned as the number one in the peptide category, which was, of course, one of our big trending ingredients, was CosRx's product, the Peptide Skin Booster Serum, which is still, I guess, a relatively recent launch from CosRx. So there you go, that product, they finally really nailed it with the domestic Korean market as well. This was a product that people were really, really excited about, and it was very popular domestically in Korea. So that was an absolutely massive list of products to get through. Sometimes on the show, I have people leave comments like, oh, you didn't cover that many different products. Well, hopefully this episode will have satisfied any need or curiosity you have for a master list of a lot of different products. I will put links in the show notes to all of these as well. Now, as you can see from how long it took me to get through just that amount of products, I didn't really have time to do makeup in today's episode. So if you are a makeup junkie, stick around for the next episode. I'm going to go through in minute detail all of the top trending products. So that is going to be, I'm going to need a huge glass of water before I do that one, because that is pages and pages of makeup. All right, let us finish it up here for today. I will be back in your ears shortly. Until then, I will see you on jellyco.com.